G'day, Glenn Torrens, Street Machine Magazine, Classic Car Hunter. For the last 12 days I've been lucky enough to be cruising around Western New South Wales, the edge of Mad Max country with 4x4 Australia magazine. We've just rolled into White Cliffs, out in the middle of nowhere in Western New South Wales, and there's plenty of cool stuff floating around. So let's go and have a look. Obviously the place looks like a movie set, but it isn't, so we're being very respectful when we're peering into people's back and front yards. For sale, one owner, low miles. Being so far from any wrecking yards, obviously a little town like this, a lot of the cars just get abandoned. EH Holden Ute, it's obviously a bit of an early girl, obviously lots of rust. Check this out. A fuel line over the roof. So it's obviously had some sort of a fuel pump problem in the past. Well, first fine example of a car off the block today is this wonderful Ford Falcon GL station wagon. HK wagon. These are actually starting to fetch pretty good money. There's been a few feature cars in Street Machine recently. These go well with LS turbos in them. Plenty of rust in that one though, unfortunately. EJ Holden sedan, there you go Telf, another project for you mate. Another HK or HT rather, HT or G. And wow, you don't see too many of these. 1983, I think. Camira SJ, who remembers those? The SJ was the sports Camira back in the day, but they had absolutely nothing going on under the bonnet except for the little 1.6 litre overhead cam 4. So it's not really a Monaro or a GT, but kind of cool in a quirky way. My God, it's on gas. Can you believe that? Now the tagline for these cars back in the day was Camira SJ, your mother will hate it. So did everybody else. Old Holdens never die, they just go slower. That's not what I remember from the t-shirt. Another HK or T or G, Holden Ute. I don't think there's too many bits that haven't been picked off this one. And that's what appears to be a comma, one of those silly pommies things from the 60s with the front wheels tucked in like a silly looking old Volkswagen. XB Falcon Ute. Now I did have a chat to a lad close by earlier today. Apparently it's been sitting here for 25 years. Plenty of rust in it unfortunately, so I don't think too many people will be doing anything with this, but once again, kind of cool. Bit of a reminder of the glorious era of Australian car manufacturing of the 1970s. Another little exhibit. We've got an early Valiant, a late Torana, and a Hillman Hunter. These late Toranas weren't very popular. They were a little bit too old to compete against its own brother, if you like, the Holden Commodore, the early Commodores. But I kind of like them for some reason. Quite low case too, it's only got 163,000 kilometres on it. So what's next? What have we got up around here? Well, even though we're in awesome outback country, there's simply not enough tourist traffic out here to allow a place like this to survive. Is that a Volvo up there? Two Volvos, a couple of old Volvos, obviously a sedan and a wagon from the 70s or 80s. Volvos are actually quite well respected out in the bush. They're quite a durable car. A lot of people don't realise that these Volvos are actually assembled in Australia. They came off the same production line as Volkswagen Beetles and later Nissan Pintaras and Skylines. So there's a little bit of Aussie motoring history for the day. All right, well it's time for us to fuel up and get back out on the open road. We've had a great time cruising around White Cliffs this morning. We hope you have too. So I'm Glenn Torrens, Street Machine Magazine, and I'll see you next time.